All right, yay! Wake up! It's time for Des and Jeff Watch Stuff, and
that was rude.
It was rude. But it's me, so it doesn't matter. Sometimes I can be rude. We're drinking some good beers, sponsored by Groove Brewing. So there you go. I'm gonna finish off the dad juice because I know you like the little green.
I do actually.
Little greeny guy there. Yeah. Finish that off. So we're gonna talk about a movie we watched. We're gonna talk about one movie we watched. It was suggested to us, and you can make your suggestions if you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel. You can make a suggestion. What movie you want us to watch. I don't care how weird it is. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Our friend Nikki, who watches the show religiously, apparently. She's been suggesting for a while now that we watch the movie Late Night with the Devil. So we finally got some time to do it. And let me say, do it. Yes. Yes, Spaceballs. Let's say it was interesting. And it stuck with me. I didn't even tell you this. It stuck with me like...
Were you dreaming about it?
I was dreaming about it the next day. I'm thinking about it. I'm rolling it over in my head. I thought it was a really, really good movie. Anyone that likes... And you know what? Okay, you're going to hear the dogs walking because they're just walking around. So just, who cares? Just so you know, if you hear the
pitter patter of little puppy feet.
Yeah, pitter patter. Yeah, that sounds like pitter patter. Sounds like dog nails on hardwood. Anyway, if you are a fan of any kind of 70s horror, old school horror movies, like especially like the 70s horror, like almost the exploitation kind of movies, those not even slasher ones, the ones that are about the devil, hence the name.
Yeah.
This movie's fantastic. I think your mom would really like it. It looks like it is. Okay, you know what? Maybe we should mention what the actual premise of the movie is.
Yeah, have to.
Okay. Do you want to take that? Can you tell me what the plot of the movie was? I'll do it then. Hey, look, it's Kendra. All right. Hi. You should watch this movie too. What? Late Night with the Devil. Okay. Okay. All right. It takes place on Halloween night, 1977.
Right.
It is kind of like a found footage movie, kind of like the Blair Witch, Paranormal Activity, those kind of movies.
Right.
Found footage. So this is supposed to be a broadcast that was a television broadcast from 1977. So it looks like that.
Right.
Mostly.
Right.
Mostly. The camera angles mostly look like that. They switch back and forth between like this found footage and like an actual narrative story. When like the cameras shut off and they go to commercial break, it kind of cuts to almost a documentary style. But it's fine. It didn't take me out of the movie like some reviewers have said.
Oh,
I liked
I liked that it was part of that
because it filled in the blanks. But it does look like it's something from 1977.
Yeah.
It looks like something I would have been watching late night. Maybe not in 77, maybe like in 83.
Not me.
Yeah, well, you were really young. Yeah.
Yeah, you're old.
But like, it looks like something you would see like on like late night TV, late night cable.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be like one of those Tonight Show kind of things.
Yeah, right.
Like a late night talk show, and that's exactly what it looked like. So they pulled that off.
Yeah, I thought so. You know, the other things, I know we talked about this before, and we probably shouldn't have watched or read any other reviewers that reviewed it because, like, I may come off like I'm copying off of them because the Red Letter Media guys, for instance, we watched the review after we watched the movie, and they were saying real similar things that I was saying. Like, the way they went about this, I thought was brilliant. It was a really brilliant idea. To me, it gets a little muddled, and at the end, I don't know if I'll spoil it too much, but I think it kind of goes a little too far with the special effects and like how it looked like it didn't look real. If it ended a little bit more subtle, I would have thought it was creepier.
Okay.
Because everything up to that was creepy because it was kind of subtle. You know, there was like almost kind of was more realistic. The end with the special effects that kicked in, it kind of pulled me out of it because I was like, all right, that doesn't even look like anything that you would see on TV. It did look kind of fake, but it it didn't stop my love for the movie. I really liked it. I may actually watch it again. The more I thought about it, you could have your turn in a second.
I know.
The only thing I didn't like, and it was our fault. You have to watch it in the fall. This is perfect, like around Halloween time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like we were sitting in the living room. It's like 1,000 degrees, and we're watching this. It's real nice out, and it's the middle of summer.
Some drinks.
Right. There's no like Halloween fall vibe.
No,
but
we
this
may
will
have to
be
do it later.
Perfect.
Yeah.
A perfect thing for like a Halloween party to watch. Sit down and watch this because it's pretty creepy. I did like it though a lot.
No, it's not a slasher movie.
No.
Like there's nothing even inappropriate in it really.
No.
I mean, there's some language and stuff, but that's about it. But until you get to the end, and then just kind of went in a different direction, and
I was fine with that.
yeah,
like
you were.
I was fine with when it went in a different direction. You actually found out more and more about the guy, the main guy, the talk show host, and he wasn't the nice guy he's made out to be in the beginning. Like he's a little shady, and I know we missed some stuff. That if you watch it again, I'm sure you pick up more about this guy. Basically, will do anything for fame, and he kept on screaming about Johnny Carson, which I thought was hilarious, and it was perfect for the time it was supposed to be set in.
Yeah.
Because he wanted to be Johnny Carson. Like he was a talk show host,
right,
and he always came out as second fiddle to Johnny Carson.
He was getting creamed in the ratings by him no matter what he did, so he went to extremes, and that's what happened.
So, what do you think? Is it something you could recommend to our audience?
Absolutely.
I think so.
I would absolutely recommend it, even though I was lost at the end. And I think it was my fault because I was expecting a certain thing to happen and that be the reason of everything, and it wasn't. So I just kind of got lost there because I was like waiting for this to happen, but it was something else happening, and I was like, okay, now I don't.
Without spoiling it too much, I'll explain
You're
to the
better
audience
at that than I am.
that the found footage angle stops.
Yes.
For the last probably 10 minutes of the movie, it becomes a normal movie basically.
Right.
But you see it through the talk show host's eyes pretty much, and that the whole story unravels there, which is kind of cool. But it's like it's abrupt. So if you are watching it and you get used to it being like this found footage TV show, and then it abruptly changes to a normal movie, the way movies are normally done.
Right.
It's a little jarring, and to me, I've never made a movie, so I don't know how hard it is, but to me, I would have done it a little bit differently. I'm going to mention again the Red Letter Media guys. If you don't subscribe to them, you subscribe to them. They're pretty wacky, but they're pretty knowledgeable about movies. The way they were saying, like, they should have been more, and I agree with this, and I was thinking the same thing, there should have been more, like, in between, when they broke to commercial, like, it went into, like, this documentary style kind of thing. I would have liked it more if it was just, like, the pseudo camera was still on, and they caught part of a conversation, which added to the plot. That would have been a better way of doing it, in my eyes. But who am I? I mean, this movie probably made a lot of money, and here I am sitting in my bar talking about movies.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
That I sit here and talk about movies? No, neither do I. And drink beer.
And drink beer.
Groove Brewing, Dad Juice. Love it. All right. Nikki, it was a great suggestion.
Yeah.
It was a fun movie, because if the movie sucked, we would have turned it off. It's really hard to keep our attention sometimes together. I mean, like, if I'm by myself, I'm like, nope, I'm getting through this movie. I don't give a shit. But with her, what do you mean her? Like, it's so...
No, I have no attention span, so...
It was good.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing, it had to be good.
There were some generally creepy things in the movie. So, scale from 1 to 10. Where do you put it? That's a tough one, huh?
It is a tough one. 6.5.
6.5? Okay.
Yeah. Only because I'm My brain was not following at the end, and I'm not sure if it was the booze that we were consuming or what, but I didn't quite get the ending, and I thought I would, and I didn't, and that's why.
At first, I didn't get the ending, and then I thought about it a little bit more, and I'm like, okay, now I get it. It was there was that whole Faustian theme at the end. Like it was, okay, spoilers. He sells his soul to maybe not the devil, but some kind of demon kind of guy.
But I knew that from the beginning, so
Right.
I wasn't expecting that to be like the main thing. Like I thought you were just supposed to already know that.
Well, they mentioned the beginning about that secret cult and
Right,
stuff.
so my brain went there immediately. I was like, oh, okay, he sold his soul. So,
Yeah.
all right, so we know that part. So, but I guess you weren't supposed to realize that, but I caught on to that real early.
So you were waiting for another shoe to drop. And it never did.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was waiting for everything that was happening in the
like
movie
another
to be
reveal.
someone else's doing.
Yeah.
And it wasn't.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And I was still like waiting for that at the very, very end, and that wasn't it. So I think I got kind of zoned into one little thing that.
So we're saying like, okay, it didn't really end as well as it started.
It didn't end the way I thought it would.
Right.
It didn't mean that the ending was bad.
No, it wasn't
Just,
bad.
You
It
know,
was.
my brain was just.
I think it did take a little step down, so I'm gonna give it a 6.5 also.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Okay.
it was that it's an above average movie. So
I guess
say
that
that.
held my attention.
I mean,
that's hard to do.
Yeah, and I really liked the idea. I liked the way it looked.
I did,
'cause
yeah. I liked the way it
looked like something from the 70s. I would have probably, and here's me being the video editor guy, working the business. I would have degraded the video more. I would have made it look like something that was taped on VHS like 5 times, and have it kind of skip things or have like the audio kind of be unsynced a little bit.
And that would have made sense
Yeah.
to a lot of us, but to some people,
They'd be like, what the freak is
yeah,
this?
I think the
Bullshit.
newer generations wouldn't have
The
understood
kids
that
were
part.
like, what do you mean? What is a VHS tape?
Yeah, that might be why they went that way with it. I
Actually,
don't know.
probably would have not even been on VHS. Probably been on beta. Would have been on like 3/4-inch U-matic tape.
Oh,
here I
there
go.
we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 1977.
Let me just say though, remember when we watched that Elvis movie a year or so ago?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I
so
forgot
when they
about
were
that.
doing the flashbacks to him on like the late night shows and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
this movie did it better.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely did. We talked about, if you subscribe, and you watched our review on Elvis, we talked about how when it didn't seem authentic. And there was a lot of times in that movie where it didn't, especially the music.
Well,
Some
yeah,
of the music when he was
definitely.
walking through the like downtown wherever he was, when he went to like the old blues bars, they were playing rap music.
Right.
I didn't
right.
get that. This movie isn't like that.
No.
This movie does stick to that 70s aesthetic. The clothes look right. Most of the camera angles look right too. If you look back to old like talk shows, it looks like the sets were perfect.
Yes.
It looked great, and I understand
clothes,
why.
the way they talked, everything was very
Authentic of
Yes.
probably around 1977ish. And you could again, I want your mother's opinion. Because I know number one, she loves movies like this, I think.
Yes.
I think.
She does.
She would probably love this movie. Number one, it's a nostalgia thing. She
Yes,
loves nostalgia.
she does.
And anyone like that's even older than us will remember late night talk shows from that era.
Sure, because they were teenagers then. And,
Yeah.
at 1977, my mom was 17, so.
Right. Now, if this was done in 1987, I'd have even more of a reaction to it because, that's
That
when we
would
were.
be our-
yeah, we'd be
yeah.
up late. We'd be watching, these late night shows that happen. And, there you go. There's something we could work on. Yeah. We'll do a Kickstarter or something. Is that what they still do? Kickstarters? Get a film done?
I haven't heard that in a while.
Kickstarter? Yeah. Okay, well, whatever.
Whatever it is, try it.
That's probably gonna happen. I'm out of dad juice though, so that means that's the end of our review.
Yeah, I finished up this green one too. That's
right.
it. Look at that.
Like always, we're gonna go eat.
Yeah.
We'll see you again soon, and we're gonna talk more movies and stuff. So if you have any recommendations, I don't care how weird, how dumb, how stupid,
Yes, we're open to it. We want them.
check it out. And thank you again, Nikki, because that was a good movie.
Yeah. Sorry I got, pushed back so long.
It did. We have.
Like I said, I have no attention span.
We got it done though, and even though I gave it a 6.5, I'd like to watch it again just to pick up the stuff that I missed. I think first time around.
You may have to explain it to me this time, and then maybe my score will be higher.
All right, see you later.